Hey guys, welcome back to Fanfiction Theater, Reba Left Behind. I've recorded this intro several times, so I'm going to make this quick. Reba is married to Rayford Steele. Last chapter he had a lot of thoughts about his flight attendant side piece and whether or not he could see her as a person or just a flight attendant. I don't know. He's got some issues to work through. Tonight, you're gonna meet Pastor Bruce Barnes, who just hates spending time with his family. That's his main thing. And we're also gonna meet most of Reba's family. And just, you know, everybody's gotta get introduced and all that. If you would like to submit your own fan fiction or just one that you find funny to the show, you can email us at fanficnight@orderoftheleague.com. You can also send fan art of the fanfiction that we read on the show. This is Fanfiction Theater, a celebration of naive writing in all of its foibles, flaws, and unintentional hilarity.
Okay, Tracy, did you have something you wanted to announce or something?
Well, as you can see, I'm stuck in this machine, and guys, I don't know why. I woke up in this machine, and
it
says here on the
this
screen
machine?
it is. It's an infernal combustion engine, and it says Tim status, but it says victim status, but it goes off where you can see contained. That's me. I'm contained, guys. And it looks like, oh no, we need 50 subs for me to be uncontained. Guys, we've only got 2 hours. Get me out of this machine. Get 50 subs. I'm stuck. I'm in this machine.
This seems like a real problem.
It's
like a real legitimate problem that we have.
Yeah, real. It feels real, doesn't
and
it?
look, I'm in some kind of weird zone. It's so wonky, guys. Help, I'm wonky. You gotta get 50 subs.
Stretch goal, Tracy gets to live.
I like it.
So what happens at the end? The spin cycle? Somebody turns that on?
I don't know. It could be. It could be air fluff. I don't know what that is.
Also, how's your oxygen doing over there?
I think I'm okay.
That's good. Don't blow the wad on this bit just yet. You got 2 hours to kill. You gotta have just enough oxygen.
Look, guys.
Before you get permanently pressed.
I'm gonna be permanently pressed. Help!
Family Troubles by Dr. Michaela Quinn.
Yes.
But actually, what was her name? Rebecca?
I think it was Samantha, maybe.
Or Samantha, Gayrod? Or it was Rude? Gay Rude? Was that what it was?
Gayrod.
Whatever. Okay, here we go. Chapter 5, Bruce, the Kids, Buck, and Ramie. Bruce Barnes was sitting in his office at the New Hope Village Church in Mount Prospect, Illinois. His wife was at home holding dinner for him to get there. Just holding it? It is 7:30 p.m. and it is another long...
Bring home plates.
I just picture her with a really hot roast in her hands. Oh God. It is 7:30 p.m. and it is another long night for Pastor Barnes. He is the visitation pastor for the church. But he's sitting in his office. Who cares? Oh, well. Even Pastor Vernon Billings went home an hour ago. Bruce wasn't sure if he was trying.
Pastor Vernon Billings? Whoa. That guy's there all night, every night.
It's the Billings hour. That's what they used to say. Bruce wasn't sure if he was trying to get his work done as much as to be away from his family. He loves his family, but his children have been driving him crazy. His 3-year-old daughter always wants to be around him, and it is keeping him from doing some of the other stuff some of the stuff he wants to do. Bruce sighs as the phone rings and he answers it.
Hello?
Bruce asks into the phone.
This is someone with a soft voice A sweet wife with a soft voice. Tracy?
Bruce, when are you coming home? Emmy is already in bed. Andrew and Matthew have been asking about you for the last 2 hours, and I'm sitting here holding a lasagna in my bare hands.
Just the way you like it. Bruce's sweet wife, Melissa, said in her soft voice into the phone.
I will be home soon enough. I still have some studying to do for the service on Sunday.
Bruce says tiredly.
All the commandments, all of them. Oh, is Vernon going to let you preach on Sunday?
Melissa asks.
No, I just have to study, okay? I have to go for now. I will be home soon. I love you.
Bruce says. He hangs up the phone and sighs. Just this tired, put-upon pastor, like, God, I hate children. My stupid wife. Okay, next section. Rayford Steele walks in the front door of his home. He sees his wife's little white sneakers sitting next to the door. Rayford snickers. Reba has always been a little persnickety. Ever since they got married, nobody is allowed to wear shoes in the house. That only started when they got married?
Well, you know what God says. It's a temple, not a gym.
Next.
Yeah.
God makes the biscuits. I just keep the biscuit dough out of my
I
shoes.
just hold the biscuits in my arms until my husband gets home.
Next to them, he sees Chloe's loafers. He looks past them to see a pair of baby shoes. A pair that look like he could fit his foot in them twice.
But they're baby shoes.
So she's a basketball player? She's got a pair of Shaqs.
And 2 pairs of women's shoes.
Spitfire suggests that maybe 2 pairs of women's shoes could fit into those baby shoes in addition to 2 times his feet.
Oh,
Yeah. That's not how it's written.
I think I agree with that.
How big is this baby?
Granted, a pair of shoes, any pair of shoes I would look at and say, I could fit 2 feet into this pair of shoes. So that's not really weird.
Yeah, I got a pair that it looked like he could fit his foot in them twice. Right, one on the left shoe, one on the right. Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Reba!
Rayford calls from the door. Reba comes walking around the corner with a baby in her arms. The baby is cooing, and Reba is bouncing her.
I'm glad you're home. How was the flight?
Reba asks.
It was fine. What is going on here? I've never seen so many pairs of shoes in here before. And what are you doing with the baby? Was I on that log? How did it get burned?
Rayford asks with a worried look in his eyes.
And who or what are those shoes?
Is this some sort of weird Rip Van Winkle shoe scenario I'm trapped in? I got way far away from Nick Cage. Reba just laughs.
Then I won't have a line, probably.
You do.
But she did
just
was laugh.
laughs. So I guess this whole line
She
is a
just
laugh.
stared at him.
Rayford, I want you to meet your granddaughter, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this is your grandpa.
Reba replies.
This is the biscuit the Lord made. Let's butter it.
Wait, doesn't she already have a grandpa?
Rayford questions.
Nobody can have more than one.
Yeah, she is Brock and she is Dan Montgomery.
Reba replies.
Who in the world is Dan Montgomery?
Rayford asks, just staring at her. Although
It's
obviously
fine.
he wasn't just staring at her since he spoke.
Dan's father, Elizabeth's grandpa.
Reba responds.
Oh, okay.
Rayford says. Elizabeth stares at him. Who the hell
I
is
think
it?
she likes you.
Oh, is Elizabeth a child?
Yes, the baby.
Reba states, looking at Elizabeth, watch Rayford. He eyes never leave him.
Thank God. I think so too. Can I hold her? My point of reference for Nicolas Cage is mostly Ghost Rider, where he's supposed to be from Texas, so he has a slight accent. But
but that's the great thing about Nicolas Cage. Like, he's this Italian from Los Angeles, but for some reason he has a Southern accent. It's like,
I think it's his whole Elvis obsession.
and that might
Maybe.
be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It sort of spins out of that.
can I hold her?
Rayford asks.
Sure.
Reba says, handing Elizabeth to him. They walk into the living room.
Okay, we want to get this over quickly. These are my daughters, Kyra and Cheyenne. Van is my son-in-law, and you've already met Elizabeth. Kids, this is Rayford Steele. He's your...
Reba starts to say.
She started to say an entire paragraph.
So she got to okay. The rest went unsaid.
We all know who he is, Mom, and I still can't believe that you would get married without even telling us first.
Ira hollers.
What's wrong with her?
Ramie asks Rayford.
I thought we were pleasant enough to her.
What?
Pleasant enough. What's going on?
With who? Whatever.
That
Kyra?
is a good question.
Right?
Ramie thought
No,
they
I
were
don't know.
pleasant enough
Oh,
to Kyra?
Kyra, I guess Ramie is Rayford's kid, and Kyra is upset, and so he's saying, "What's up with her? Like, I
Was
thought we were
Ramie
pleasant
the
enough."
only one who was invited to the wedding?
Possibly.
Whatever. Oh, she's just at the age like Chloe when she started getting frustrated easily when her parents didn't invite her to weddings.
Rayford replies.
Oh,
Ramie responds.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mean.
Kyra and Chloe ask at the same time. Rayford and Reba just look at them.
Whatever.
One do you
No,
want?
she didn't. No, she did. She said something, didn't she?
Which what? What's that supposed to mean? Which one do you want?
I don't.
I think it's like
Are
we
they
gotta
dividing up the children?
we gotta talk to him. I think.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like we're getting divorced and we got to split you guys up. Who do you want?
Who do you get along with better?
Rayford questions.
I'm questioning everything.
Well, I think I am getting a pretty good relationship with Chloe, but I'm afraid that Kyra would have you killed if I turn my back. So you take your daughter and I'll take mine.
Reba replies.
Come on, Kyra. We will go in the kitchen.
Reba pulls Kyra up by the ear and takes her into the living room.
What?
Ow,
That seems
Jesus.
unnecessary. Ow, that hurt!
Look, you little slut! I will not have that disrespect. Sorry, did you say, "Ow,
Yeah,
that
I
hurt"?
did.
I got way into my. Kyra says, putting her hand over her blood red ear.
My God.
Shouldn't be blood. That means it's bleeding. You have been here not even 2 hours, and already you are causing trouble for this family. I love you, but if you are going to have some respect for me and our new family, then I won't ask you to come back.
Reba states sternly.
Did we ever establish how old Kyra is?
Kyra is the alternative one, which is what Jesse said last time. I
Oh,
watched an
okay.
episode of Reba.
What does that
She's-
imply about her
she's-
age?
She is a teenager, like an older
Okay.
teen. Chloe
She's kinda
is more
Darla
like
from
her
Roseanne.
mother. Yes, exactly. She's the Darla from Roseanne of
Okay.
Reba.
I've been playing her much younger than I should have been. But still, either way, either she's an adult and this is still an overreaction, but something that you could say like, hey, you don't have to be here. But if she's not an adult and she's just banishing her child,
You go
there's
out there onto the highway and grab a moving truck, and you don't get off until you fall off.
where the hell are we? Reba just ripped Kyra's ear off. I'm gonna keep doing my voice for Kyra.
Fine. I don't want to come see you anyway. You left us in Houston with Dad. You abandoned us. You didn't even want us at your wedding.
Kyra screams, turning away from Reba. Oh, Kyra screams, turning away from Reba.
Is that how you feel?
Reba asks, turning her daughter around to face her.
Yes.
Kyra responds to her.
Oh, honey, I didn't mean for you to feel that way. We didn't want to mess with the hassle of trying to get you kids up here. Ramie and Chloe weren't here either. Ramie still lives here in Mount Prospect, and Chloe goes to Stanford in Palo Alto, California.
Reba says,
How is any of that relevant?
I have no idea.
Really? Really? You're going to shoehorn in exposition at a time like this?
Kyra asks,
Chloe's
looking at her mother.
favorite candy bar is Baby Ruth.
Oh my God.
Kyra asks, looking at her mother with her face blood red because the ear.
Ripped from the ear across the whole face.
The ear is just bleeding all. Kyra wraps her arms around her mother. I will strangle you like a fucking biscuit, mother.
I love you, Kyra. I may get mad at you sometimes, but don't ever forget that I'm your mother, and you can come to me whenever you need to. If you want to come stay with me and Rayford, just say the word. We definitely have the room.
Reba replies.
Are you sure? It seems awful crowded.
Kyra states.
Well, if you were all to come here, Jamie and Jake would have to share a room. You would get your own room. Van and Cheyenne would have to room with Elizabeth. And then Chloe would have her bedroom that she only stays in when she comes home from college every once in a while.
Reba responds.
It would be a huge fucking inconvenience, is what I'm saying. But sure, we'll rearrange our whole lives for you. Okay.
And I guess I'll just stay out in the goddamn garage. How'd that make you feel, huh? That make you happy?
Okay.
Kyra replies with a smile.
Where is Jake anyway?
Reba asks.
He is with Dad and Barbara Jean. They had other plans than for him to come with us today.
That sounds ominous. Kyra responds.
Well, maybe time you come, he can come with you.
Reba states. Kyra just
Butter that
smiles.
biscuit when we come to it.
Kyra just smiles shyly. Just then, there is a knock on the door. Reba lets go of Kyra and walks over to open the door.
How'd your interview go?
Steve Plank was asking as Cameron Buck Williams walks into the Global Weekly office.
All right,
Should we put up a disclaimer here regarding Steve Plank?
Oh, right.
The views of Steve
All
Plank
right.
do not represent.
Yeah.
Who agrees?
Anyone.
Who agrees with Steve Plank's religious views and who doesn't?
No.
Everybody show of hands.
I do not have a sense of Steve Plank's religious views as yet.
Wasn't he atheist?
No, actually.
Monotheistic, polytheistic? Oh, atheist?
I think what he said was that Israel, if there is such a thing, is God's chosen people.
Pretty sure he was atheist, but he's atheist, but he also thinks Israel is the chosen people. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
What?
Yes.
I mean, whether-
were there such a thing as a God's chosen people, they'd be it, hands down.
Okay.
Whether you agree or disagree, one thing you have to give him is that Plank's constant. Sorry, I'll show myself out.
Okay.
She just went up to 55 because of that stupid joke. Guys, help!
He thinks that since this Carpathian guy wants world peace, that he's
Whoa,
worth
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa, whoa,
skipped
whoa,
a
whoa,
paragraph.
we're not down there yet. You gotta.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
Okay.
She went up to 60 followers, God!
Oh God, no! I'm so sorry, man. All right. Oh, it was just Dr. Rosenzweig. Oh boy, that is not a name that is easy to say with Bill Clinton. As usual, Steve. Nothing nothing too out of the ordinary. Although he does want to talk to this guy, Carpathia.
Buck says, confused.
He wants you to talk to Nicolae Carpathia? He is in the lower house in Romania. That isn't worth anything. Why does he want you to talk to him? Steve asks. Sorry, that's your line. But I just wanted to point out that clearly the writer here is not used to hitting the apostrophe when they type.
Yeah, they don't like contractions at all.
They got weak pinkies. He thinks that since this Carpathia guy, not to be confused with Vigo from Ghostbusters 2, this Carpathia guy wants world peace, that he's worth a story.
Buck replies,
This is the first guy we ever found that wants world peace. Ha! If we did a story on every man, woman, and child who wanted world peace, that would be all we ever wrote about. That man has to be crazy to want a story like that in our magazine. Maybe if it were the Chicago branch, it might work. But not in our New York branch of Global Week. I am not letting that paper come through my hands and it have your name on it, sir. Could you imagine the kind of stuff that you could endure writing a story like that? If you do, it will never be the end of it. You'll be writing puff pieces like that the rest of your life. You don't want that, do you, Buck?
what I want is pictures of Spider-Man committing crimes, goddammit!
Poor taste.
There was a lot in there. First of all, those
yeah.
peace-loving
Sentences are no
pussies
longer
in
like
Chicago.
Right.
Ha! Maybe in the Chicago branch that kind of thing would fly, world peace. But
Well,
I
it's
mean, it seems like he gets furious in the middle, but at the end he's got his arm around Buck's neck. It's like, you don't want that, do you, Buck?
there-
you know what that, do you, Buck?
there's an entire character arc within this little paragraph here.
I know, it's huge.
Steve asks, putting his arm around Buck's neck.
No, I don't.
Buck replies,
Don't write the story or you're fired.
Steve says with a smile,
What? You just threatened to fire him. Oh, no problem.
Such a rough and tumble businessman. I smile at the sound of danger. I don't
Buck responds.
know. All right then, let's get back to work.
Steve hollers to everybody who had been sitting and listening to his conversation with Buck.
What did we?
Why? They weren't established until now because they don't matter.
Okay, all right.
Here we go. This is a big scene for Ramie here.
Ooh.
Reba?
Ramie calls when it's just him and her in the living room.
Well,
Yes, Ramie?
why would
Wait,
he
what?
call when they're alone in the living room?
Reba, are you over there?
Reba!
Yes, Ramie? May I call you Ramie?
Reba asks.
Yeah, you could call me Ramie. Everybody else does. It's supposed to be short for Rayford.
Ramie states.
They call you Ramie for Rayford? I just don't understand that. Although, what was it you wanted to talk about? It's no,
Reba,
that's my name and it hurts.
Reba asks.
Coming back to your point from 2 seconds ago.
Do you know who Jesus Christ is?
Ramie questions.
Yes, I was raised in church, and I have been going to church for years. Well, yeah, you've been alive for years. You've been post-raised for years. I've actually gotten your dad to come with me when he's not working.
Reba replies. Ramie sighs. He walks over and sits next to her on the couch.
That's a lost cause, believe me. My mom and I tried getting him and Chloe to go all the time, but neither of them want to go.
Ramie states.
Dad goes with me every week that he doesn't have to fly. I thought that he always went with you guys.
Reba asks.
No, he hardly ever went. I don't think he has much use for Pastor Billings or Pastor Barn.
He said
Pastor accounts receivable.
He has as much use for Pastor Billings as Pastor Billings does for his wife.
They preach about the rapture, and Dad gets mad when Mom brings it up or when one of them brought it up in a sermon.
Ramie says.
I could understand why. I mean, saying that you have to live a specific way just to get into heaven, and if you don't believe this certain way, you can't go, just seems awful fishy to me. I think these people just want us to believe like them.
Reba
What?
replies.
So basically, so that's why I've been going to church my entire life, to take them down from the inside.
Well, that's what our church says. We don't care if you believe like us or not. Just remember,
we don't give a shit.
just remember that I love you, and I want you to go to heaven when Jesus does come back.
Ramie
Take it,
says,
leave it.
Well, I need to be going to bed. Good night.
Ramie says,
Why split that up? Ramie additionally says.
Good
I-
night.
Reba replies.
Perfect. So I suspect
Another thrilling.
that this
chapter.
author is going to try to work in some kind of commentary about different sects of Christianity, and like maybe she's a rapture believing Christian and she's gonna try, like, the rapture is going to happen. I'm betting Reba is not going to be raptured, and she's going to have to come to terms with the fact that she was doing Christianity wrong her entire life or something.
Yeah.
How old is this person? Because I keep thinking like 17, but that's not accurate, is it?
At the time that she wrote this, she was probably like around 18.
I mean, she was a medical
Judging.
doctor.
Yes. This is Dr. Michaela.
A medicine
Quinn,
woman,
medicine.
please.